Mother Nature tried to shut y'all down a couple times, but y'all were able to still get something in here. How important was that?
It's important. You always want to, a scrimmage is one of those necessary evils. You have to do it if you want to, so you can gauge where your team is and what things that you need to improve upon. Weather didn't work out in our favor tonight. We were able to get some things done, and that's fine. Would have liked to have gotten more in, but it was a good spirited contest, what we did get to do, and I thought we got some good work. It's finally good to go against someone else besides ourselves in live action and see how your kids are going to respond. As always, we feel like we got work to do. And if you don't have any work to do at this time in the season, you should probably be concerned. I feel horrible for number 11 over there. Great kid. My heart's with him. Thankfully, we healthy. And to me, that's probably one of the most important things coming out of a scrimmage.
Good deal. And that live quarter got kind of competitive.
But you know what? That's what I told our kids. I like coming to scrimmage and Keith's team. He does a hell of a job coaching those guys up. They play really hard. He's got good schemes on both sides of the ball. They test you, in certain areas that you need to be tested. They're going to be physical, and those and we need that early in the season, because if we can handle what they're going to do, they play in a hell of a 5A district. And if we can hang with them, we could be just fine with the rest of our schedule.
Good deal. Any players that really stood out in your minds so far?
I thought we threw the ball around. We dropped a couple of passes that could have been big plays. We didn't run the ball as effectively as I'd like to, but that's kind of expected. We're still kind of young on the offensive line and got some young backs trying to get some work in there right now. Defensively, I thought we gave up a little too much here and there, a couple of busts. We'd bow our neck at some points, and then some points we'd have a bust here and there. But at quarterback, Keith coaches them quarterbacks up. He was putting the ball on a dime in certain spots, and that's really good to see early in the season for his squad. That guy was dropping some. He was putting the ball on the money where it needed to be. We had guys in the area and competing for the ball, but sometimes you can't beat a good throw and a good catch. So all in all, not a bad night. We got some good work in, and it's time to evaluate the film, make our corrections, and the season continues.
Well, like I say, Mother Nature tried to shut y'all down, but y'all still were able to get something in, huh?
Well, both of us wanted to get something. We been practicing, it seemed like forever. We wanted to get some action to get somebody else, and Coach Payne was really, I guess, gracious enough to stay. He's the one that has the drive home and all that stuff, so it was really good that he wanted to stay here and get some work in. So that was good. It was really good for both of us.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, everybody, number 11, everybody think about him. I know he got hurt here. Any updates on him?
No, we'll probably know next week sometime. Okay. But we're just gonna, football's a cruel game sometimes. We had to keep playing, and we got a jamboree next week, and we just hope, and because he's such a number one, a great kid, and number two, one of our guys that people just, I guess I'm going to use the right word, the people that our kids love and our coaches love because of how hard he works, the kind of kid he is. All those things wrap up into this great kid, and for him to get hurt, we don't, we'll know more next week. But for him, to go down like that is a tough blow, just because of your love for him as a kid and a player. And but we're gonna have to play next week, and we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board and figure out what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. And offensively, y'all showed some signs of what y'all can do, moving the ball, passing wise. I know Dion had a big touchdown run early. Just talk about offensively, what y'all able to get here.
Well, we came in wanting to throw the ball. We wanted to let Ashton, get his feet wet against somebody else. Let's see what he can do. Let's throw the football around. And Dion didn't have many carries tonight, and our plan was for that. We wanted Dion to get a few carries, kind of get his feet wet too. But we really wanted to see what Ash could do throwing it. With the guys that we have, with Wilcox, and we put DeLone in it for Laredo. Laredo had a good run. You got Folsey, you got Luke Mintz, who caught a touchdown pass tonight. Those guys are, the more we spread the ball around, I think the better we can be offensively.
Mm-hmm. And defensively, Assumption in the live quarter, I know they got some passes, even on, they move the ball at times.
I was proud because we've always seemed to give up plays for touchdowns. So, we gave up 2 big plays, but we tackled the guy, and then we ended up with big stops. So as long as we can, not give up the big plays for the touchdowns, our defense is not bad. and we have some kids over there that can make plays. And you know, we stopped the run well tonight. We played the pass good enough, and I think that's some things we can learn from. You know, they had the deep ball on us, and we're going to have to do some work on that. I think we blew a couple cover. I think Coach Vadros was, you know, a couple of the, you know, the guys that, you know, had missed the signal and had some, you know, incorrect coverage. But those are the things that's going to happen in the scrimmage that we can work on and get better down the road.